Alright, we're back with some more of this. Yes, yeah, that guy fell down like rocking in a tank. Interesting. That's it, let's go check up here. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. Decide to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all wrong. But that was pointless, too. Next, I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was sleep. Go to sleep, yes. Oh yeah, the recording software messed up again, so I'm having to re-record this. Forgot to mention that. Hate when it happens, but this is why I love my saves. Usually I save right before I stop recording in a day, so it usually means that I have somewhere to pick up from pretty easily, but yeah, it's still annoying. I don't have anything really exciting to talk about, though. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. It's just been pretty boring with school stuff, been busy and that kind of stuff. Had some days to chill, but it's been quite busy. Can't be sure, but I think at least a full day I had to class. And all I did was sleep and sleep. What I'm excited for is those new Zen 3 processors. Those things look like they're going to be a bomb. I mean, love that technology. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Gurch. What the? Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, a pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from above. That's a good thing. Well, let's just see. Let's take a look. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Carefully stretched my hand out for whatever it was that had tumbled down here.
Just a second.
Giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of trash, I knew who it was. Oh, hello.
It smells awful.
Yeah, it does. Hello, Kyoko. Thanks for stopping by. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gave a recap what happened last time in another one. Dang it. I forget all the stuff I do, because I like that. Ugh. Yeah, basically, nutshell, last one was trial. Apparently, the mastermind did, well, it was cool. All the evidence was pointing at her, but we kept that secret, or whatever, the lie. And we got thrown in, and then we didn't die somehow, and then, yep, this is where we are. There you go, there's the recap, or the nutshell. Kyoko.
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious I'm here to help you? Aw, how nice of you. Glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. Just gave her a quick sharp shake to get rid of the trash and then face me again, yeah? Gotta keep your hair on point, you know?
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you are finished. Thank you. Snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. And she'd be looking out too. I like it. Nice. Who cares about Sayaka anymore? I got Kyoko now. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Ooh, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all that energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why would you come to rescue me?
So...
Pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. Yeah, some friend know that. I abandoned you. Jeez, you make it sound... Well, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, wasn't it? Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. Yeah, she is kind of true. That's true. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. Oh, how nice of you. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
So that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have a reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did. Once. Until recently, I forgot what it was. You forgot, but that's... Memory, blah, blah. Then is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? First thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? Fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
Fainted too, and then when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. That time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I would come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because my purpose and my abilities, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But what if you say it's true? Why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big deal out of it. It's just a possibility. And since it is a possibility, you can't ignore it, right? Yeah, he's right. Mastermind, one of us. She believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However... That
being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself. Which is why I asked you to help. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, though. See, your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been a mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
I don't know about that. That's crazy. It's just like the dream I had before. Why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing.
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you. I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you were not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. Yeah, she'd be that kind of gal. Just trust her. Okay, let's continue with the dialogue. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how did that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there was still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. I mean, that does make sense. In the ones where she was not the one in trouble or the one sus or whatever, she was quite effective at figuring out clues and stuff.
Correct.
The reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy. She is a bad liar, though, honestly. There was someone I had to find here in the school. I had to find someone who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. Headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. That's Star Wars stuff there. I love it. What?
In other
I was
words,
separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad was Hope's Peak's headmaster. That explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna read this
no
again.
matter what.
I read this before. Read that before. The memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose of coming here was to find you. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said that I felt what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawer dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. To confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. Why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight for the time. I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
That's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there?
However...
Once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school? It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. Really ominous. Very ominous indeed.
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor, blah blah blah, blah blah. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. Okay. And I know it wasn't you either. Yeah, I mean, Makoto's... Yeah, we killed the ultimate soldier. Yeah, that seems very likely. I know you were right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed.
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. Was? Mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. I mean, because of the school regulations.
That's right.
Exactly. Yep, that rule again.
In other words...
Mastermind's adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. Mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the Mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I would like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There's a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. Could have been you, Makoto. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. I could have become the victim.
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? During the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I hear the god of death is universe. That ability naturally calls me into just like this.
Anyway.
It's exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. Gave chase right away as I followed it. I saw a shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course. God bless, she saved my life too. It's a little creepy though.
However...
That she seems to be in my room all the time, but whatever. That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the mass assailant once they ended up dead.
Correct.
in their murderous disguise and the dojo key wound up in my room. It has to be the work of the mastermind and Kentu's class trial work. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? Mastermind wants to use class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed class trial to kill me, but it seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other
It means
words,
that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of their ultimate despair. Their ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair that she's getting. I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. Huh?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate an effort cause that
That's right.
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair.
It would seem...
That despicable group whose main purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they are,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they are the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Indeed. Okay, that's where I say wait a minute. That's... wait, what? That shows 6 or 7? I don't think I noticed that last time. I thought there were 6. Unless that was... this was the save right here. Right there, that's the save. That's the magical save. Alright. Evil caused tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game to get broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy's finally been revealed. Right now,
Anyway...
we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story will come out. Anyway. Okay, good. Do you still have that one thing? From the secret tool that you got from the Master Chief?
Indeed.
Of course not. It's an absolutely vital part of snaring the mastermind. I would never work with it. It can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. And you should be able to use it on that door, right? That's actually a good point, though. The fact that she has that key makes her open that her own door. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. So looks like we have the key with the design on it, slid into the key. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Because they opened the door and made her escape from the garbage can. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Oh god, this again. With the ladder, oh man. Dude, this is a long dialogue. The ladder was impossibly long. Couldn't even see where it ended. And yeah, and that frickin' picture from Kyoko, oh boy. Yeah, it was quite interesting, to say the least. You can really see up that skirt. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. but now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. I'm so curious, but there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you are the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Yeah, that's true. I can see that, absolutely. Impossible to be neutral in society nowadays, especially. My gosh. Whew, we could talk about that all day. Which is why we make a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So I explained before I came here when I was looking up info about the school online. I never saw anything about her. You guys gotta fix this stuff, man. Where's the eye there? We need the eye in there. Because she hit herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigi detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, is it because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you would be reunited after all those years, right? You had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father
However...
about. There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigi family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. It's horrible, man. Freaking horrible. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. I like that, taking pride in family name. That's good. Very important. Very important to stick with family, man. Very important. Because I know some people do that just to kind of, I don't know, try and chase stuff that's really not there, or I don't know, just do it just to try and appeal to, I guess, just society. I mean, I could talk about this all day. I'm not going to, though. You can go find channels that do that. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. Couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative, more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find to tell him we are no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to cut him, just cut him off like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. We are connected by heart and soul. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? That's a good point. Good point. Good point, man. Just being connected by blood doesn't mean connected together by heart and soul. So shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Yay! We did it. We made it to the top, finally. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We are back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground in your attachment? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. Unlocked it earlier, so we opened without much trouble. Of course she did. She's just smart. She's that on top of it. It's like she knew this was gonna happen. Well, here goes nothing. Reach my right hand up and push against the hatch. Hatch open with ease, and so looks like we are back.
Whew.
Can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we are safe and sound, but at least we are out of here. And now we are back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I would never have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. It's just returning the favor. Oof, it's a lot of dialogue. That's why I'm kind of upset about not recording something. I guess it's okay at the end of the day. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but the rest of my finds out. I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so I...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
That's Monica. Not just a probably escape. Wait, that's...
however,
You try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we are found out. It's not like you can run away. As you said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, you should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen is...
because
the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before, wasn't you?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation, so into Lugro's death. There's a moment where the mastermind let the guard down. It was?
right.
We talked to Monica when we confirmed it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. We really don't have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Not till we should be in the
Shall we go?
Let's go.
Shall we go?
Alright. To the gym. Now, why is there no cam out here? I do wonder that. Or maybe they just don't render it in. I don't know. It's an old game. It's, what, 10 years old? That's crazy. All the games I played when I was a kid, they're so old now. It makes you feel old. Again, I'm not that old yet. I like to think I'm old. At least compared to some of the people I've talked with, I definitely feel old. Alright, hop on in. Alright, Monokuma, come on out.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he would react. Are you really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
The guilty party is exposed during the class trial. They alone will be executed. It's unfortunate. That is the rule. So now you
Making
gotta
me
punish your team.
angry!
And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute the code, that means you lose. Not that... that matters to you, right?
Huh?
I lose.
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up the latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted to excuse the building.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as a black and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
In response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto black and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. Dots.
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machine. Alter Ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makoto, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the black and innocent supposed they alone will be executed, that's what he told us, right? And that means I lose? Talk a big game, say the black and is me and not Makoto.
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? Don't make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth.
Boom, boom!
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because,
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, fearing another execution, and would have tried to run and hide. You would have been wrecked by the despair you so loved and desired.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what he said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course you can say, you're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your innocence, you would accept your defeat. If you want to earn our despair, fair and square,
that's what we have to
I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
Do Makoto's trial over. Only this time you follow the school regulations and ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that'd make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial, one last showdown, nothing worse. This would be your chance to expose the true identity of Makoto's villain, not the mastermind themselves. For what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Dots. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Very.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little, so time for fair jokes. Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And will cause your unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. You agreed? And you still have confidence.
Barrett!
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer's barely a fitting guess.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All all the mysteries. That's right, every last mystery that's been flying around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. You can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school.
You guys!
Then you win. I can't do all that. Well, face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, no time to spare when you show me. We are excited as you are.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how the elements of despair reveal their own despair. I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held?
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right, and it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a fair trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Mukuro's trial is no exception, and it's part of regulations, which would have to mean that we would kill Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay. Enough fun. So, anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step to Hocus Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go all quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say. So get lost, would you? I'm so mad.
Whew.
This seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going to just... Wait, you were really gonna let me go? If I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. And you start getting it ready. Super duper extra special punishment will flow with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Dakota, let's go. That's a lot of dialogue, Jesus. So much dialogue. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle's still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
whew,
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, well, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from the final showdown, do they?
so,
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because,
All because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like you said. So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so,
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said that they hijacked the airwaves broadcast of school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
What do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, I kind of think it's extremely difficult.
However,
Yeah, somehow mastermind's able to do it.
in other words,
Think of it another way. There must have been some reason. They had to do something with it.
so,
To show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. I want to show the world.
it would seem,
Mastermind's been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. Those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would kill anybody.
in other words,
The Mastermind's ultimate goal is to make us kill each other and show that off to the world.
correct.
Prove the point, though, something. Prove the point.
Hey,
The outside world is the name for the students of Hocus Peak, right? A certain concept? You were talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, that's the ultimate despair. What? You want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
No, how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but one side of slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who were watching this would have seen it. And that's why the Mastermind could kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That's precisely what it is. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer. They made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all that was a hunch, right? You were still able to get the Mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I don't have the slightest clue. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like you got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. Should that quick sigh? I took it as a small sign. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. While presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, don't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah.
However,
Anyway, I can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Where everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. If we can't defeat the Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in dorms somewhere. Shall we go?
Anyway,
Oof. Okay. That's enough talking from me. That was... It's like, that was a lot. Like I said, that first time I did that was just as much. My gosh, it's a lot. Oh. At least I'm getting better at speaking. Hey, it's good, man. Playing these kinds of games, when you read these lines out, makes you better at talking. Makes you more fluent with these words, especially some of these bigger words, especially like some of these freaking words that just aren't normal to say. So, but anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. When we come back, we'll go see what the others. Go tell the others, inform the others of what's going down, what's gonna happen, and I guess we'll try and figure out the Mastermind. I guess who it is. If it's one of us. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.